Closing a project. Now there's another area that's not done particularly well. Closing a project is a process, and it's something that we need to plan at the beginning of the project. So, and I have to be honest, for me it's something that I've got better at over the years, because in the beginning it wasn't something that I focused on, but after a few times when somebody maybe didn't want to accept what I'd done, or maybe I may have handed it over to the wrong person, it's an example of learning from mistakes. So I plan for the closing of the project at the beginning of the project. So one of that is about getting that acceptance criteria. I also identify what the handover process is going to be. And recently I've been using this new, it's a table, and it works really well because it has all the things that are going to be handed over, and then it works back from there in like a dependency grid to show that all the things that are actually leaning up to that handover. So because sometimes handover, it might be about making sure you've got sign off for all tests have been signed off, that you've got all your inspection forms, that you've got all your product information. So there's a lot of things that have to go into handover and close out. So first thing is plan for it at the beginning. Stephen Covey, plan with the end in mind. He must have done project management. Then we come to project evaluation, and either if you identify lessons learned, try and do something about it, otherwise you're sort of wasting your time. So I suggest with lessons learned, if it's a small project, even if you just do it with your team and the team take on board those lessons, that's a fantastic achievement. If it's an organisational evaluation, sometimes all you can do as a project manager is to pass that information on to your higher authority or to the business. But if it's a major project, then it could be expected that you're having a full closeout evaluation. In that case, it could be expected that those lessons learned are going to be distributed and included into the organisation's processes. But closeout is certainly something that if you don't do well as a project manager, it will haunt you forever, especially if you work in the same organisation. Because once they've got your email and your mobile phone, there's no escape.